Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Peterson, under Commissioners' concerns, you have the floor.
You know, I had stuff I wanted to talk about, but a very wise person told me that it might sound like I'm campaigning, and I'm not going to campaign here. So instead, I'm just going to thank everybody here. It has been an exciting 16 months, to say the least, but it's been a real growing experience for me. I've really enjoyed it, and I plan on enjoying it longer. Working with these commissioners and Nancy and Ashley has been, like I said, just a real good learning experience. I've grown, they've grown, and I think that in the future, we're going to do great things with this county. Thank you.
Mr. View.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your words spoken on best attributes that Ashley had are spot on. Also, the weaknesses were spot on. And I believe she will grow tremendously in them areas. And I just want to thank you, Ashley, for understanding how we proceed this way to make you a better leader in our community. I wasn't going to say nothing other than that, but that data board thing kind of became a hot mess for me as far as having people that want to serve for us. And I just want to be careful we take our advice from. And you have to let the past go, because if the past is never gone, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. People learn from their mistakes. And my main goal on wanting Miss Nelson into that position is I think we could have found common ground from our disagreements to moving forward with somebody to serve for our community that has served before. So, and I don't want to make it political, but that's just my thinking of that decision that we made tonight. And I'm always self-motivated to take people that want to help us out. Other than that, you know, we have an election, get out and vote.
You have
We got what, 20 minutes?
19 minutes.
Right, you got 20 minutes. That's what,
19 minutes.
Better run like hell.
On the afterburn.
I don't like change. It's difficult to sit here and not support somebody or support somebody other than I support the people, the voice of the people. I speak for them, even if I get yelled at for it by people
Never
sitting.
yelled at you, sir.
Well, it's my wording to the point that that's how I feel sometimes. It's not a bad thing.
Hollering, yes, it is.
No, it's
I'm
not.
joking.
There's a place for everything, but whatever happens, I hope it's better for the community, and I do appreciate all of yous. And my favorite commissioner is, we'll leave it at that.
Mr. Melder.
Well, last week I went down to the MAC conference, and it was a day and a half, and went to quite a few breakouts, and hopefully I brought back some very good information that Ashley can use. So I give her all the information, so she has it, and she can work with it and hopefully put something to use for the county. That's it.
And then Mr. Barron.
Well, I'm definitely want to add to the accolades for Ashley in going forward here, and the adventure is still going. So, but I have a few things I put together. It's a bit of a carryover from our meeting last week, Monday. We did have quite a discussion about DEI few other things. And I came across a couple of, I think, briefs here. This one's coming from it's a paper I get. It's called Sword of the Lord, and I just came in the other day and thought it was interesting that this little brief is from Washington State Nix's bar exam because of, quote, race-equity concerns, unquote. And what they did here is that the Supreme Court of Washington State has ruled that passing the bar exam will no longer be necessary for law licensure, since such a requirement, quote, disproportionately and unnecessarily blocks historical marginalized groups from entering the practice of law, unquote. Washington becomes the second state in the U.S. to nix passing the bar exam for legal licensure, following the footsteps of Oregon, which implemented similar measures back in November. And the editor's comment here is, whether or not the bar exam needs to be set aside can be debated, but the reasoning they have employed is for, quote, diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is our opinion that any student whatsoever, their race, color, or ethnicity, who makes grades sufficient to graduate 4 years of college and 3 years of law school should be able to handle the exam. And this is what critical race theory, its delivery system, DEI, is going out there. Another one is the implicit bias training that's being forced on our medical and counselor people by the state of Michigan. And there was another one that I came across, and this one is pertaining to, we've heard of woke, which contains all this CRT nonsense, and and its name should be familiar. The North Face, which is a clothing company, encourages customers to attend diversity training. A large clothing company wants all its customers to attend diversity training and is offering them a financial incentive to do so. The North Face, a well-known retailer of outdoor gear, is offering a 20% discount to customers who successfully complete a course on diversity, equity, and inclusion. The course is to educate customers on racial inequalities in outdoor pursuits. Fox Business obtained further details on the retailer's new discount program. For starters, it teaches that racism cannot be experienced, again, cannot be experienced by white people. The course, which offered customers 20% off for learning about anti-racism for 1 hour, contained elements of critical race theory, according to Heritage Foundation DEI expert Mike Gonzalez. And a quote from Mr. Gonzalez, "It was the longest hour I ever lived." This is something that the people all across this country need to awaken to. And another item that came up last time was about eugenics, and then which morphed into Planned Parenthood. Well, this is how far it's morphed. Just to give you an idea. This is for the Margaret Sanger's followers, and I put a little comment of mine on here, my own, is otherwise known as the Goose Steppers. But this is out of, where am I at here? In Texas. A judge rejects Satanic Temple claim that killing babies and abortions is a protected religious ritual. A federal court in Texas dismissed a lawsuit from the Satanic Temple, which claimed the state's pro-life laws violate its religious freedom. The judge called Satanist arguments, quote, willfully inadequate and deficient, unquote. As Texas passed more and more legislation protecting babies from abortion, the Satanic Temple took action to fight against abortion restrictions. Satanists invented an, quote, abortion ritual, unquote, claiming that killing preborn children is a religious rite for Satanists. They compared it to baptism or communism for Christians, being something essential to its religion. The Satanic Temple claimed that aborting unborn babies is a beloved and essential ritual, and laws that prohibit it infringe on their First Amendment right to practice their religion. That's how far eugenics has gone.
Thank you, sir. Nancy?
Well, no,
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Good
I'm
job.
just getting warmed up.
All right, sorry.
But these are some of the, some other quotes I have here. Wisdom is knowing what to do next. Skill is knowing how to do it. Virtue is doing it. Thomas Jefferson. By 3 methods we learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Confucius. If you risk nothing, then you risk everything. Gina Davis. The absence of alternatives clears the absence of alternative clears the mind marvelously. Henry Kissinger.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So Nancy had to bolt, obviously. You go ahead.
Again, I just like to thank you all, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, or the next day. So definitely learned a lot. I thank Commissioner View for having my evaluation tonight, just because I've worked with all of you for the past 16 months, and I will definitely take all of your constructive criticism and all your compliments forward into next year. So, thank you.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to answer Whitney Maloney's query about Rory Mattson coming in here. I called Rory because I wanted some information on MEAP. I was confused by it. He came in, he's someone that I've been going to for the last 14 years. The proof in the pudding is in the park. Why did he come in? I think it was brought up like he was tainted, or he's been charged with nothing. He's been accused of nothing that I know of from any prosecutor, or you can write a letter to the AG and craft it a certain way. You'll get a response, and that can be used politically. I don't know if that was the intent in this case or not, but in this country, until it gets changed, you are innocent until, proven guilty. That's when you're charged. Nobody's charged him. And I'm glad you came in to explain some stuff. I believe that there are people who are legitimately confused, and I also, about what's going on here, and I also believe that there are people who are attempting to benefit from things politically. Time will tell on that one. We have a meeting schedule set up of a regular Board of Commissioner meeting set up for 5/21, 5:15 right here. Another meeting set up for 6/4/24 at 5 o'clock. That would be another informational workshop. With that, I say God bless you and thank you for making us part of your evening. I need a call to adjourn and we can boogie.
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Barron. All right, good night, folks.